Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for another tutorial in Melinda's Rubber Room. I am here today to show you a card that has a fun fold effect to it, and I'm going to be using the Winterly Treetops bundle. So you have the stamps and the dies actually cut out some of the birds that correspond are on the designer series paper that correspond with that stamp set. So these birds are beautiful birds, are nicely colored in, so that's what I'm going to be using are the cutout birds from the paper. But I just wanted to point out the beautiful paper that this is. It is very popular. It's been selling out. So if it's back in stock, make sure you grab yourself a pack. I will also be using the Regal Winter designer series paper. Gorgeous paper. I used this on my last video as well. So I'm going to get right to it. So we have a piece of designer series paper, and this measures 3.5 by 4 3/4. And I'm going to attach that to a matte piece that measures 5 by 3 3/4. So it's just a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to attach that to a piece of folded cardstock. So this cardstock measures 10.5 by 4 inches. So 10.5 by 4. And it's scored in the middle at 5 1/4. So that piece that we just put together is going to be attached right to the front of that. All right, and then I have two pieces of designer series paper. You can actually make these out of cardstock as well if you want. But I used the designer series paper. I wanted to show both sides of that. So these pieces measure 3.5 by 3.5, and they are scored right on a diagonal like that. And just go ahead and reinforce those folds. Okay, and then this is going to be attached to the back side of your white cardstock that is folded. So you're just going to put that on either side like that and glue them to the back side of that cardstock. Just like so. So when you're gluing those down, you want to just make sure that it's centered on your cardstock. And then I'm just going to adhere this to the base of my cardstock, which measures, the base mat is 5.5 by 4 1/4. All right, so there is the fun fold card. And then I'm just going to finish that up with a little strip of corresponding designer series paper on the inside here. I think I'm going to actually cut that a little bit smaller. So this is, I'm going to cut this to 1/2 inch. So that's 1/2 inch by 4 inches. Just like so. Like that. And then I have a belly band. This measures 1 inch by 10 inches. And I'm just going to wrap that around and have that meet in the back. I want to make sure you're not making this too tight that you can't slide it back off again. And you want to just glue the ends down. Like so, so it still slides on and off nicely. And then, like I said, I have a little bird that I'm using from that designer series paper. I'm just going to attach that like that. And I'm going to put that up on dimensionals. Oops. I'll make sure I'm only raising it up where the belly band is going to go. Okay, so that will slide along with the belly band. And then I'm just going to add a little something here. So I'm just going to put a little hello on there. I'm just going to bring in my mini cut and emboss machine. This die is from Unbounded Love. It's a beautiful multi-use die set. It does have a stamp set that goes along with it, but you can just buy the dies by themselves if you choose to. But what I like about it is that a lot of the dies actually cut out a frame to go with the die itself. So, see what I mean. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down like so and raise that up as well. So this frame I will attach direct to the card. And then this I will raise up on dimensionals. Okay, and no card is complete with a little bit of bling, so I think I'll add a little bit, sprinkle a little bit down here. Okay, these are the iridescent rhinestones. Not sure if these are still available, but you can use whatever you choose. I'm just going to sprinkle these around a little bit just to give a little more interest to that background. Because when the card is open and on a mantle or a table, this is really what's going to be seen. And it's an awful lot of beautiful designer series paper, but you want to add a little bit of something to it as well. So you can see how pretty that is. Slide that off and you still have a very pretty card just with the little hello on there. And then you open it up and you can write your message. All right, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Feel free to message me if you have any questions. If you'd like to place any purchases, you can do so on my online store at melindapierce.stampinup.net. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.